biggest eating mistakes you must avoid for good health. Welcome, my name is Jay, and I've been an organic gardener for over 50 years, and I have worked with many people over the last 40 years, helping them grow their own food organically. Now, I want to share something with you today, the 5 biggest eating mistakes that people make. So what do you think they are? First, we're going to look at what Americans are eating. We eat totally different today than our ancestors did 100 years ago. It's no big secret. The standard American diet, or SAD diet, is bad for us. Many of you grew up with the SAD diet, and it can be hard to walk away from the foods you're used to and love. The SAD diet is characterized by higher intakes of processed meat, high-fat dairy products, margarine, eggs, refined grains, white potatoes, French fries, and high-sugar drinks. It's also severely lacking in fruits and vegetables. So the number one mistake is not eating enough fruits and vegetables. Now, the Union of Concerned Scientists has sent out this information. If Americans ate just one more serving of fruits or vegetables per day, this would save more than 30,000 lives and $5 billion in medical costs each year. Isn't that amazing? So if eating one more fruit or vegetable a day would do that, just think of what would happen if you started eating more than that. All righty. Restaurant meals. A review of eating habits in the United States in 2004 found that about 75% of restaurant meals were from fast food restaurants, whereas only 1% were fine food dining restaurants. Nearly half of the meals ordered from the menu were hamburgers, French fries, or poultry, and about 1/3 of the orders included a carbonated beverage drink. And from 1970 to 2008, the consumption of calories increased by nearly 1/4 in the United States, which is supersizing. And about 10% of all calories were from high fructose corn syrup. So the number 2 mistake people make is supersizing. Supersizing actually results in increased spread of obesity throughout the United States, and the Surgeon General has declared it epidemic. Now, you probably all remember that Super Size Me documentary from 2004. The 32-year-old Morgan Spurlock from the documentary, in 30 days of eating just McDonald's food, gained 24 pounds, a 13% body mass increase. He increased his cholesterol to 230 milligrams, and he experienced mood swings, sexual dysfunction, and fat accumulation in his liver. It took him 14 months to lose the weight gained from this experiment. Number 3 is eating GMOs. Genetically modified organisms are organisms that have had their genetic material artificially altered in a laboratory by use of genetic engineering. This is done by combining plant, animal, bacteria, herbicides, pesticides, and viral genes within the plant. This does not line up with nature or the traditional crossbreeding methods. The result of this is food that is not even recognized by the body as food and cannot be digested. It results in too much acid being produced to try to break it down, which destroys the good bacteria. So then the bad bacteria take over, like Candida, and the GMOs also change the DNA in the bacteria as well as in our own bodies. Many diseases have risen exponentially since GMOs were released in 1986. And 98% of all processed foods have GMOs in them. So eating junk food and processed foods is the number 4. Chemicals have become the accepted way to grow food rather than bringing the soil into proper mineral balance. These chemicals build up in the body, causing many illnesses. Every system in our body needs minerals to properly function. Eating foods that lack minerals results in bodies that cannot function properly. These 2 problems are why our country is so sick. The United States has the highest rate of disease on the planet. When you eat processed foods, your body is not getting the nutrition that it needs, And there are terrible side effects from the GMOs and the additives that are added as preservatives, flavor enhancers, and fillers. So you are starving yourself and your family, even if you are trying to eat good, healthy food. In addition, you and your family might even suffer from various body ailments connected with GMOs, which are in all the processed foods. Drinking soda pop is number 5. A recent Gallup poll revealed that 48% of surveyed Americans drink soda on a daily basis. The average daily intake was 2.6 glasses per day. Soda is sweetened with high fructose corn syrup, which is found in every processed food. Fructose is actually metabolized by the liver into alcohol, but without the high. It confuses the liver into making lots of bad fats in the process. It also doesn't signal your brain that you are full. That's why people can drink massive cups of carbonated beverages, which are high in fructose, and still eat huge meals containing refined foods that are also full of fructose. Many widespread diseases such as obesity, heart disease, and diabetes are closely linked to the consumption of high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is also a genetically modified product. So you're getting hit from both sides with this. A Harvard University study showed that drinking just 1 can of a sugary and fizzy drink a day raises the risk of heart disease by 20%. Sugary beverages also are believed to promote inflammation, which is an immune system response involved in both heart disease and insulin resistance, a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes. Now, when people stop drinking carbonated beverages, they usually start to lose weight and feel much better as a result. So I want to show you this. This is actually showing the difference between how people eat and their diseases. So you'll see on the far right that countries who eat a lot of unrefined plant foods have very, very few deaths from heart disease and cancer. Whereas on the left side, Hungary and the United States, who don't eat many unrefined plant foods, they have very high percentage of deaths from heart disease and cancer. So you really should look at this and consider what you eat. What is the ideal solution? Eat fresh, organically grown foods, purchase from a trusted farmer or a CSA, connect with local co-ops and other like-minded people and share extra produce, but the best is to grow your own food. Because when you grow your own food, you control not only what's not in the soil, like toxins, but what is in the soil, like all the nutrients that the plants actually need. Grow your own nutrient-dense food. I am here to help you. Like I said, I have been an organic gardener for over 50 years. I have planted so many gardens and helped so many people grow food that taste phenomenal. Learn my simple and easy techniques and start eating fresh food from your garden today. Call me now at 727-433-1661 and you can discover how delicious fresh herbs and vegetables can be. Your family deserves you to be disease-free. You're very valuable to them. Preparing and eating fresh, nutrient-dense foods is the best thing you can do for you and your family. And I just want to let you know, this is not a diet. This is not punishment or lack. This is actually a life of plenty with great tasting foods, energized and happy bodies. You will actually be nourishing your family and yourself. Eating fresh from your own garden is the best. It's nutritious and delicious. This is a picture of me right after I harvested these carrots out of the ground. And beside it is a basket of things that I harvested from my garden. There's celery, there's basils, there's tomatoes. You can see the different herbs, the peppers. And I made the most delicious salad out of that. When people come to my house and they eat one of my salads fresh from my garden, they are amazed and they always say it's the best salad they've ever had. You can take charge of your health. I will help you. I have a whole program to help you through all the steps that you need to take. Call me now and set up an appointment to start. 727-433-1661. I look forward to working with you. So be well. I'm Jay.